what they do. They are there to invent things, and they hope the world wants it. We're there to say, here's what the world wants. Let's do a big matchup. And we stood back and we said, is there a platform we can create? Out the other end came Ecomagination. It was about focusing our technological investment around need. So batteries, as I mentioned, solar power, wind power, a lot of other things that maybe weren't on the radar, because the traditional core business is like, solar's never going to happen, it's too expensive, it's too far out. What, are you going to wait for the market to be there, and then you're going to say, how do we catch up? So how do you plant those seeds? Marketing, yeah, IT can figure out what to do with it, how to get the data, but what do you do with it? So I'm convinced that big data is the era of big marketing. You got to think big, and there's incredible value, but it's not easy to get to. How do you translate it? That's where we get dinged a lot. I get a lot from my boss, you're being too wonky, you're being too theoretical. And so I think that's where if we fail, it's because we have a great vision. We know, but it's like, okay, how do I get it. Now how do I do it? And I think that's where marketers have fallen down in our company. When I go to Turkey, I want to go, deep dive in the design industry in Turkey. And she didn't really need me to do that, but I'm passionate about it, and I can find a work link. I go and find crazy books. I do new sources on the web. I think that's important for my brain, and I think it's important, especially for marketers, to carve out time for discovery. I believe firmly that diverse teams are the best teams. So I try to spend a lot, if I have everybody the same, we're not going to be very innovative. The team is hard, it's really hard. And managing or being a leader of people who maybe don't like each other, they respect each other, but their styles are different, that's hard. But you want that kind of tension. Originally I thought there are two, there's the me, and then there's a digital me and a personal me. There's a business me and a personal me. I don't think that anymore. I think we're all living out loud. So sometimes you need people who just get stuff done. One of our best marketers is such an operational powerhouse. He may not be the most strategic, but boy, he gets stuff done. There's a real value in that. So I'd say, do you know your strategy? Use that as a filter. Have a disciplined approach to constantly say, how am I doing? Take things off, put things back on when you realign. Know what you're holding yourself accountable for, and leave time for discovery. I love it when people come in and go, you know what, I'm really a strategist. I don't like when people come in and try to be everything, because I don't think you can be, but I think you can be open to developing other parts of yourself. I mean, I'll give you an example. We've been working on a project in Saudi Arabia with Ecomagination, and I love it because it's so meaningful. For one, it's mission-based. We're helping the Ministry of Health there deliver better health to more people. There's education, there's manufacturing, and one of the things we've done is we've helped them redesign breast cancer screening. Women there don't get screened for breast cancer. Cancer's a curse. Breast cancer is just a really bad curse. And so we created a digital avatar program with the government so that women could ask questions about screening kind of behind the anonymity of a digital avatar. That's creativity, right? I didn't need to have Saturday Night Live to create a digital avatar that has impact. So I think if you're open, these kind of businesses often have a need that meets a mission.